Welcome to our retirement, folks.
Where?
Oh, perhaps taking her tablets.
Oh.
You don't usually do that on film, do you?
No, I've usually finished it before. I can leave them, I'll do them later.
Oh, okay. Morning, folks.
Morning. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. You're all right, Pat?
I'm going to say I can't get any further this way for the leg.
No, you don't have to get any.
Right. Oh, we got only some new stones yesterday. Did you enjoy seeing all turtles and iguana things? And
It's a right nice pet shop. I mean, it looks a scruffy dump from outside, but it's really well equipped, and they Tracy says they look after their animals well.
Yeah, she took Ernie there to have his beak all trimmed, didn't she? Because it were getting too long.
Yeah, and they're right knowledgeable. Tracy says they're right knowledgeable.
Yeah, different people there that are knowledgeable about different animals. Be a fish guy and a reptile guy.
They're up York Road.
Used to be a pub. It's been a pet shop for a long time now. Yeah.
But going back further than that, on Monday, you won't believe what happened on Monday when we were coming back from shopping. We were coming down the ring road, just up the ring up here.
Got to the traffic
lights at Rodley roundabout, and I was following a car, and as we were coming down, the lights were on green. They'd been on green a while, the traffic lights, and the car just at the side of me went through, and I was ready for just driving through, and a car come from Rodley straight through the red light, never touched his brakes, and smashed straight into the car at the side of me.
We were just about to set off, weren't we, to come roundabout.
Well,
down into Rodley, and you saw it.
I saw her coming, and braked. So she come in front of me and hit the guy at the. He was just ahead of me, at the side of me. His airbags went off and made a right. So I got out of the car, and he'd wound his window down, and he was lifting airbag up, trying to see out, and I said, "Are you all right, mate?" And he says, "Can you open my door? It's jammed." So I had to yank his door open, and he got out. He were a bit shaken up. Lady in car, she never moved. She never got out of the car at all. But
at that time, police had arrived, because they must have been somewhere behind us, and they pushed his way through, hadn't they?
Yeah.
And the lady police officer got out and went to the lady who caused the accident, and she was a bit dazed, wasn't she? Yeah. But
I gave the chap who she did, I gave him my name and address and phone number. So I said, "You'll need this," because I saw what happened, and she come through a red light, just went straight into the side here.
Police said, "Have you got a dash cam?"
No.
But we saw what happened.
We didn't get one, did we?
No.
I've driven all these years.
Yeah.
I'm 78 in
a month. Well, a week.
78 in a week's time. And I've never encountered anything. And in last year, I've been involved in an accident. A near miss, and now I've witnessed right in front of me. What's going on? So, anyway, funnily enough, that later on that day, on Monday, a gentleman's wife rang me and thanked me for helping her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Poor fella, he says, you won't believe it, but I'm trading this car in tomorrow for a new one.
Oh dear.
Doesn't it? Always.
I mean, what happened about that? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
If it takes him as long to get paid out as it did us, he'll be next year sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, heck.
Anyway, so that's that.
Yeah, we got home and emptied shopping out and put it all away. I forgot a couple of things.
And when I was going to park the car up there, an ambulance up there, so I think the lady
must have needed some
attention, yeah. She's probably got whiplash. Because she never braked, she just... once again, must have not been watching, thinking about what she was doing. And yesterday, Tracy had the day off. Because she'd been away, hadn't she, over a long weekend.
Yeah, she got back on Monday, didn't she?
And she had to go into town to get a present for...
Someone at work.
Someone at work. So we went with her.
They'd all put in so much, people at work, so that, and then they'd given the task to Tracy to go and buy it all.
The candle, she bought a candle in Lewis. They stipulated exactly what kind of candle she wanted. And it was in John Lewis Centre. Yeah. 30 quid for a candle.
It said 26 on the box. No, 24 on the box. But the inside the box, the candle didn't have a lid on. So she had to pay £6 extra for the lid to go in the box. Well, she only had so much. I think she had £40, didn't she, that they'd collected. And she'd been told to get these truffles from Marks and Spencer's as well.
Once again, this particular type of truffle. Yeah, and a particular type of gin.
Yeah.
Was it gin?
Well, they didn't say, they just said a bottle of gin.
Oh.
Well, I mean, she'd spent £30, so that left her 10. And the chocolates were, I think they were £8. Well, they were. It nearly took all her money anyway. So she's looking at the gin and she's thinking, there's not enough money to buy gin. So she saw some gin that had gin and tonic, 4 cans. And she thought, I don't know. And then she saw a little bottle of Prosecco that probably had about 2 glasses in it. She says, oh, I'll get that. Well, that had gone over the £40.
This were in Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah, that had gone over the £40. And then she had to buy the card and the whatever, well, she bought a biggish bag that it had all go in. So she spent a lot of her money other than the £40. She said, I've already put a £5 in. But obviously it didn't account to much. So anyway, she got what she wanted, but it cost her more than what she had.
And when we went into John Lewis Centre, we went to the toilets in there, and she saw, a beautiful staircase I filmed.
Oh yeah.
She saw this notice for a restaurant up on top, so she went up to have a look, and
she called us up.
She called us up. Says, "Come on." So we went up in lift. And on top, so it was right on top of the John Lewis Centre.
Chap says, oh, do you want to sit outside on balcony?
Oh, it was gorgeous.
Oh, it was lovely, wasn't it?
Well, I showed you.
It was just a nice day.
It was a lovely day. And it turns out this restaurant has only just opened, for what, 3 weeks?
4 weeks.
4 weeks ago. So the word hadn't really got round. In June, they're having, what do they call it? A soft promotion.
Opening. soft opening.
Soft promotion or something.
Promotion
Where
opening.
they've got celebrities.
That's for the next, because there's 2 restaurants and it's the second one they're opening up.
Oh.
And he said that all celebrities and things will have been invited, but it's ticket only. So...
But one of the chaps who worked there showed me the restaurant. There were people eating in there. It was lovely. And it turns out it's an Indian restaurant. And they're open during the day. Well, you know, we always go hunting for Indian restaurants that are open in daytime.
So I think we'll be going back there, won't we? And we got some nibbles.
Yeah, we did. You weren't allowed to have any food as such out there on balcony, but you could have nibbles. They were interesting.
Well, we got some little chicken wings, and they were coated in a crispy coating, weren't they? And then Tracy ordered something cauliflower. Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, you know, but it was gorgeous, but I don't know what they'd done with it.
No.
It was real nice.
And we got some cashew nuts that were coated in like a savoury thing. And I think I have broken a tooth on them cashew nuts. I thought it were a bit of nut had got stuck down here, but I couldn't get it out. And when I got back, I brushed my teeth and went in with one of them little brushes and still nothing. And I think I've broken it because it's like loose at back.
I did.
But sharp.
I'm going to have to
a bit of nut, but
ring them and make an appointment, aren't I?
I know, we're over there though, aren't we?
I know, but we won't get an appointment that quick.
No, probably not.
Next week. At dentist.
Yeah. I mean, I did have they wanted me to ring up there to have a...
Yeah, an hygiene thing. Clean. Hygiene.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, because of all toing and throwing from doctors and hospitals, I didn't bother doing that. I thought, oh, it'll keep.
Which, in a way, is a good job you didn't, because if you'd have broken that tooth after that, you'd have blamed...
I'd have blamed them, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
So...
So we quite enjoyed that little excursion into John Lewis Centre. Really nice place, but as I say, you'd have deep pockets in there.
There's a lot of posh. Tracy saw some perfume stand, and when she'd been in there previously, and one of the ladies at work is Iranian.
Yeah.
And apparently this perfume comes from Iran, and it's not a lot of people. I think they buy it online, but this chap in the centre had some on show, didn't he? And she went back and bought herself a bottle.
She likes it.
She likes it. She smelt it on this girl at work, and she asked her what it was. And she says, well, not a lot of people know, but this is a cheaper perfume, and it's very nice. She says, but because I'm from Iran, I know about it.
Yeah.
I said, well, how much was it then? You know, because she said it was cheap. I thought, oh, what, £10? £30? Well, is that cheap?
Oh, no.
I don't wear perfume, so a bit of lavender talc for me.
Yeah. Well, I've never noticed you smelling, love.
No.
Right. And then we went from there up to IKEA.
Yeah.
To have a look for a chair. From the table that I have in the bedroom is ideal for me drawing on, because it's got 2 levels. And that's what I need. So I'm going to take that up to the studio, but I needed a chair to sit on. So we went to IKEA and I got a chair to sit on. But I'm going to need to get some kind of a table to replace it in Tracy's, but there's not a lot of room. It needs to be a small table. And didn't really see
anything that
exactly what I thought we might need. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to rush into stuff because I need to just gradually settle myself in this studio thing, you know. See how things work out. And I've got an easel that I'm taking for drawing, doing pastel drawings as well. So yeah, that's what we did. And we had I had some chips.
Yeah.
That's all in IKEA.
Trouble is when you get stuff from IKEA,
It's cold.
you have to queue up for food, and then you have to queue up to pay. Actually, we didn't have to queue. We were first in the queue. There wasn't a lot in there.
No.
But even so, by the time we sat at the table, the chips were nearly cold.
Yeah, well, yeah, they were.
Yeah. By the time you've got yourself a drink and paid for it.
Yeah.
I suppose but there were a few in there eating. Yeah. Weren't there?
There were a few, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there were people walking around in there, but it was quiet, as you might expect.
And trust us to get a dodgy barra. Because Trevor had to go to the toilet before we left. So we carried on down to where we'd parked the car, and Barra kept going sideways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So eventually she parked it up and just carried it.
I had to pull it. You couldn't push it. You couldn't guide it. Yeah. So that's
That were our day.
So
then we called into Marx's, didn't we, for all these other bits and pieces. Yeah. Because there were a Marx's on the same estate.
But I must admit, I was sat in the back of Tracy's car, and I've never ever been like sort of on edge, sort of like, oh, I hope no happens today, you know.
What, you mean when we were driving?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Just with everything that's happened.
Yeah.
It makes me aware to think, oh, you know.
Something could happen.
I've got another drawing to show you. Don't switch off.
Can't pick it up, can you?
Can if you want. This is the one I did a Rodley.
Barges and swans. Got some swans there, darling.
Yeah.
He's at it, rattling round.
Ernie, can you hear him?
He's on the floor. I'll put him out. Oh, if you'd have seen his vivarium the other day.
He trashed it.
Filled his water thing with gravelly grit. It was full up to the top. Didn't you? It's coming to you. He's going to go in between.
Oh, sorry. I'm guessing where you are.
Yeah, he's coming down the side of it. Oh, he said, I like this bit here. This is spongy.
Actually, it's not that much smaller than that big one we saw in.
No, he isn't.
When you look at it, is it?
No. When you see the baby ones that were in that, did you show them in that town?
Yeah.
Well, that's what he was like when he came.
When he came here.
Yeah. Didn't I?
I bet no wonder dogs, but they probably thought it was a pork pie.
Because they were in a sandbox, weren't they then? With his brother.
Yeah.
And two dogs attacked him. What's suppose they thought they were fair game.
Yeah. So there we are, folks. I have a feeling he's going to freak out when she puts these here, these black pebbles. I have a feeling he's going to freak out when
we put them in.
£8.39.
And she got 2 bags.
2 bags she got. She knows how to spend brass, does our Tracy.
Oh, aye. Well, all his grit and his food, his dried food, she started buying that online, hasn't she? Because you can get big quantities and it actually works out a lot
cheaper. Costs money to keep a pet, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, look how much it costs for the vivarium.
Yeah.
New vivarium for him.
And she bought him 4 little balls.
Oh yeah, they're
plastic.
in his tank.
Are they ink tank?
Yeah.
Oh right, I wanted to see how he reacted to them.
Let's see.
Because
I
remember you put in a white water dish in there, a different water dish, and he just froze. He just were motionless, staring at it. She's gone to get these balls that Tracy got for him.
This is what she's bought. Well, she bought a pink one
Lift
as
them up,
well.
you can't see them. That's it.
Bought a pink one as well.
They're supposed to be for tortoises.
They're like ping pong balls, aren't they?
Yeah, really, yeah.
I don't know whether they'll bother with it.
Can't see him, personally. Just a minute. Interested in that, Ernie, at all?
Don't think so.
Anything new? Look, he's backing off. No. Oh, no.
I'm not going.
Yeah, folks, that's today's video. Thanks for going into my shop, all of you. That's all that's happening. People going, I don't know what the percentage is supposed to be. People are going in there, but
Not staying long.
not doing the right lot. But anyway, it's better than nothing. So thanks for going in and checking it out.
Yeah.
There's somewhere on there about leaving a comment. You could, if you wanted, you could leave a comment like, I might be asking for trouble there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. All right, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, all being well.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.